What is a season? Well, a season is a short 3 to 4 month period in time in which you can create a new character and level in an optional seasonal mode. This lets you access new content, new gear pieces, new artifacts, anything that changes the game up from what we were used to the first go around. Creating a new character is generally required because the seasonal content is created to affect the entire leveling process, not just endgame. So, broadly speaking, it speeds up leveling, speeds up the pace at which you reach endgame, and also accelerates the pace in which you finish your characters and their builds. Now, the difference this season, and actually a new thing to Diablo, is the Battle Pass. Diablo 3 didn't have Battle Passes. It was just kind of its own unique season in a way that was somewhat unique, but not as cool and up to date as a lot of the games that we're used to now. The Battle Pass functions essentially how every Battle Pass functions these days. Some tiers of it are free, and the paid one gets you some cosmetic stuff, more resources, and just other things that add to the game that makes it feel a little more fresh as you play through it. I want to note though that the Battle Pass resets each season. This means that you can opt into paying each time around, and if you feel like skipping one, well, go ahead and skip it. So why would I have more fun on a new character instead of my existing one? Look, I get it. The first time I was introduced with this, I thought, man, I gotta make a new character. I've put a bunch of time into this. He's got some cool outfits. I've seen most of the game, and it just didn't make sense to me. You put a lot of work in it, you don't feel like starting over because you think it just won't be fun. But that's the thing about seasons. They're designed to make starting over fun. They speed everything up, give you objectives to do along the way, get you back into endgame faster, and give you a lot more to do at endgame. They will probably also have some cool mechanic that lets you have a lot more fun, probably more than you would on non-seasonal characters, but because the mechanic is specifically designed to be a limited one. Your normal character that you have, it doesn't go away. You can still play it. It's not like you lost out on anything, and you can go back to it at any time. Even with the uniqueness of the season, I understand why a lot of people can still say like, yeah, but what is really the point? I think a unique element in a lot of games today is that we almost want to treat every game as though it's an MMO. Like there's just always something to do. And that's just not the case. Diablo is an ARPG, and single players are also just single players. But a lot of gamers today seem to want to invest more and more time in the game. But if you don't have anything akin to the constant flow of content that an MMO would give you, then the game would probably go stagnant pretty quickly. The fun in Diablo is the loot grind and building a character. At level 80 plus, most of that is complete already, even though you go to level 100. Other than min-maxing the character and pushing the highest nightmare content for the fun of it, really, what else is there to do? MMOs, like I said, add content by adding more and more content at the end. However, that can add a power creep. As well, it does not replicate what people play Diablo for, because the building of the character and the loot grind is the main element. The only way to get that feeling again is to start a new character. The seasons make that process fun and add more incentive to get that done. Starting over lets you have a completely new experience. If you watch one of our recent videos where we had a great guest, Coltrane, on, we talked a little bit about the psychology and philosophy of gaming and how we, as a gaming culture right now, seem to just want to rush through everything as quick as we can. And when we do just that, we end up complaining about it. But here's how I would suggest going about this and why I'm excited. Diablo 4 came out about a month ago now. Many people have played all the classes to level 80 plus, and they've essentially just burnt themselves out. For me, I played one character all the way up to max, got to enjoy the story, got to do some nightmare dungeons, and really just kind of see what it has to offer. By doing this, I've saved myself 4 classes now. I could play the same class, Rogue, and enjoy it in the way that it's tweaked and the nuances that are introduced in this season. Or each season I can plan to take on a new class and see what that has to offer. In a way, it lets me enjoy the game in small doses and try something new each time. That way the experience is unique and I don't burn myself out by going through everything the game has to offer immediately. I plan to play Druid this time around and see what it has to offer, and I'm really excited for it. When the season's done, I'll take a break and come back for next season and probably try something else. Either way, it's a good opportunity to have the game be fresh, fun, and just not take the game or yourself that seriously. Well guys, keep an eye out for more Diablo content and much more going forward. And if you decide to venture into Sanctuary, may Inarius look over you, brave wanderer.